It's Tuesday, the 23rd of June. Good afternoon and welcome to your lunch primetime news on MTV Sports. I'm Hizrina Hizbi. Let's start off with a look at the headlines. Newsfirst contributes to the free education in Sri Lanka. Newsfirst online launched in Mahyanganaya. Police opened fire at a lorry that did not heed orders to stop. One suspect killed. Over 100 employees at a factory in Avisavella hospitalized as a result of food poisoning. Sri Lanka and China commence joint army drill. And now for the news in detail. President Maithripala Sirisena says that national institutions that serve the interests of women and children will be given due respect and state recognition. The President made this statement at an event in Kolonnava.
The annual general meeting of the Diriya Vanitha Foundation under the Kolonnava Divisional Secretariat was held at the National Children's Education Foundation of Sri Lanka in Kolonnava yesterday under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena.
I have been made aware that during the past, institutions such as this were not given their due respect. These institutions were not given state recognition. In addition, the constitutional and legal changes have been executed in a proper manner. Therefore, in hope to have discussions with the directors in the near future, the Venerable Director also aspires to have a more efficient work process from the National Children's Education Foundation Sri Lanka and to create a new legal framework for it. If there is any other work that needs to be done regarding this matter, I am prepared to work on that.
Newsfirst, which provides a novel experience to Sri Lankans, today launched the Newsfirst Online Academy. Newsfirst Online was launched to enhance the media literacy in the country, and users will receive the opportunity to study through the internet by logging on the Newsfirst Online Academy. The launch today took place at the Mahyanganaya National School.
Newsfirst today launched the Online Academy in order to make education on journalism and technology more accessible to everyone. Executives from the Capital Maharaj Organisation Limited were also present for the launch. A colourful ceremony was also organised to welcome the Newsfirst team to the Mahyanganaya National School.
From today onwards, if anyone wants to know anything about media, we have made it possible for them to just simply visit this website and gain the knowledge required. I think Newsfirst is launching something that no other channel, news station or any other media institution in Sri Lanka has been able to launch. So this isn't just for school children, even the youth and adults. Anyone has the opportunity to make use of this website. Because of the internet, anyone can educate themselves on media literacy with quite ease, and moreover, if you sit for an examination and get through, you will be presented with an internationally acclaimed certificate. We as Newsfirst hope to go beyond this and introduce more subjects similar to this. This is an educational revolution. Today the world has come to a point where society is globalizing with the use of facilities such as the internet, enabling people to obtain knowledge from around the world in an instant. So children who are at rural and divisional levels make good use of these facilities and improve themselves to move to the top of society, while others who use the World Wide Web merely for socializing like Facebook, Twitter and so on, the children in rural areas use the educational side of the internet and strive in the educational sector. It doesn't matter if you are from the city or the village. When you browse through the internet, we are all the same. The child in the United States is no different from the child in Mahyanganaya when it comes to browsing the internet.
Afterwards, the Newsfirst Online Academy, a gateway to all Sri Lankans to educate themselves on media through the internet, was launched with the participation of the students. Users can log on to www.Newsfirst.lk and navigate through to the Newsfirst Online Academy. The Newsfirst Media and Leadership Workshop, which is also aimed at enhancing the media literacy of students, commenced today at the Mahayangani National School. Incidentally, it was the 178th edition of the workshop that commenced today.
Still at home, an adjournment debate will commence in Parliament today over the electoral system and amendments which need to be made to the electoral system. The debate will continue tomorrow as well. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Chandima Veerakuri, said that the decision to call for the debate was taken at the party leaders' meeting which convened last morning. Police have fired shots at a lorry which did not heed police orders close to the Aranthalava police post early this morning.
The police media unit said that the Mangalagama police post in Mahaoya had ordered the lorry to stop after receiving a tip-off that the vehicle was illegally transporting cattle. As the lorry defied the police order, officers at the Aranthalava police post fired at the vehicle. The police said that the vehicle was found abandoned down a by road about 10 kilometers away from the police post. The police media unit said that an individual in the lorry who was shot died upon admission to hospital. An operation is underway to apprehend the other suspects in the lorry who fled the scene.
Also in local news, over 100 employees at a factory in the Sitavaka industrial zone have been hospitalized as a result of food poisoning. They were admitted to the Avisavella hospital. According to the police, the employees were hospitalized this morning. Police added that none of them are in critical condition. Most of the employees who were admitted have been discharged after treatment.
Say no to drugs. National program to raise awareness to stop the rapid spread of drugs across the country. Phase 1 on the 26th, 27th and 28th of June in the Northern Province, covering all districts. Phase 2 in the Southern Province. Phase 3 in the Central Province. Phase 4 in the Eastern Province. We will visit your home to create a drug-free country. Say no to drugs. A social responsibility undertaken by Sirasa, Shakti and Newsfirst and the National Dangerous Drugs Control Board.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lunch Prime Time News on MTV Sports. In other local news this afternoon, another phase of the Sasanata Aruna program, an initiative of Minister Sajid Premadasa, was held in the Ambalantota area.
Minister Sajid Premadasa donated the sum of 100,000 rupees for the development of the Hadavinna Megadasa Arana Senasana Sri Isipatana Sunday School.
We will not allow this country to become a state for drugs for any given reason. Our country was previously on a journey towards making this a country for casinos, prostitution, rape and child harassment. However, the main target of our President and Prime Minister is to create an era where the people rule, an era where human lives are given value and given the freedom to create a strong and healthy nation to all of its people.
Now, leader of the Democratic Party, Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca, presided over a public meeting held in Mahavava, North India yesterday.
If a certain country is developing, politicians cannot afford to rule the people and live comfortably by stealing the money of the people. What we are saying is that we must stop politicians living off the money of the people. If you need the assistance of a politician to get a job, then the people of the country do not have freedom. If you depend on a politician to put your child in a school, then there is no freedom for you in the country. Politicians are making you slaves without you even knowing it.
International Symposium on Energy Challenges in the Knowledge Economy, 26th and 27th June at the Hilton, Colombo, organized by the Ministry of Power and Energy. Keynote address by Dr. Abdul Kalam, former President of India. For registration, email your biodata to energysymposium@gmail.com. For details, log on to www.energysymposium.lk. Electronic media partner, Newsfirst.
Welcome back. Moreover, in local news this afternoon, Sri Lanka and China commenced a joint army drill at the Officer Career Development Centre at Putthala. Brigadier Jana Jayavira, the army media spokesman, said that the army drill that commenced yesterday will continue for 20 days. Exercise Silk Route 2015 will take place at the military installations including Uvakuda Oya, Gane Mulla and Maduru Oya.
The joint army drill is aimed at enhancing military cooperation between the two countries and knowledge exchange. The first stage of this exercise, Silk Route 2015, was conducted in China earlier this year with the participation of 42 commandos and special force soldiers from Sri Lanka. The Chinese group of the Chinese People's Liberation Army is comprised of 43 army personnel of the PLA and a similar number from the Sri Lanka Army Commandos Regiment, and special forces are engaged in the exercise as well. Exercise Silk Route 2015 focuses largely on training, which includes weapons handling, VVIP protection study, live firing, lane firing, ambush drills, reconnaissance techniques, skill firing, special mission planning, jungle warfare and basic battle skills.
A woman has been arrested at the Katnaik International Airport for an attempt to illegally carry gold to Chennai. Customs spokesperson and Director of Exports Leslie Gamini, speaking to Newsfirst, said that a woman from Matakulia was arrested by the customs. The gold, weighing at 157 grams, is estimated to be at the value of 788,900 rupees.
Newsfirst, you reporter, Regional Convention, Southern Province. Who is the best you reporter in the Southern Province? Coming soon.
Meanwhile, the National Poisons Information Centre in Sri Lanka says that the species of jellyfish found in the waters in the coast of Sri Lanka do not pose any deadly threat. Dr. Varna Gunathilaka, the head of the National Poisons Information Centre, says that information on this was recorded in a research conducted in the 1980s. The doctor added that no deaths have been reported thus far from jellyfish stings that have taken place in the coast of the island. The lack of maintenance of the children's playground in Thalapatpitiya Madivala has attributed to the risk of children losing their play area.
This children's playground was declared open on the 6th of January this year. The playground comes under the direct purview of the Minister of Defence and Urban Development. However, months later, this is the fate that has befallen the playground. Locals request the officials to renovate this playground.
Race for the Stars, a run organized to raise funds for the renovation of the premises of the Tiny Stars Preschool and Daycare Center on Sunday 28th June 2015 at 6:30 a.m. at the Independence Square. The run is open to all. Media partner Newsfirst.
Well, that's a wrap up today's edition of Lunch Prime Time News on MTV Sports. For Newsfirst, I'm Hizrina Hizbi. Our live at 55 hourly news updates will come your way from 1:55 p.m. onwards. Take care and have a great day ahead.